Hello and welcome to Super Profit Club. Super Profit Club has been set up to help traders learn about technical analysis and swing trading, and we keep bringing these videos under the Super Profit Club banner to you so that you can learn and you can implement few strategies if you like them and if you find them working for you. Right. So if you like this video, just like, subscribe, and also share about our channel with your friends who would be interested in swing trading and earning some money from this stock market. Now, one caveat that I want to put is that this video is purely for the educational purposes and for learning purposes. We do not give any investment or financial advice, and whatever information is shared or analysis is shared in this video is only for your consumption, and you have to apply your discretion before implementing any part of it. Okay, so in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through one of the very critical aspect today, which is an analysis of Nifty to give you an overview of the current market scenario, what is there, and so that you can have an idea what direction, what sentiment is in play, what direction the Nifty or the overall Indian market is moving, and how what all caution you need to exercise so that you can trade in this market. Right? Okay. So let me jump into the analysis right away. So you see a chart of Nifty, SPCNX Nifty, which is an index on your screen. This is the Nifty chart in actual, right? So let me take you through a few points the way I look at it. So one thing which you should understand is whenever any index or any stock comes to around a round number, it is very significant for that particular market or share, okay, or index, right? What are these numbers? These numbers, for a smaller level pricing, let's say this could be 100, right? It could be 100, 500, 1000, 5,000, 10,000. So those kind of round numbers are very significant, right? So when you say 100, yeah, 200 may not be that significant after 100, but it will be a significant resistance or support. But 500 will definitely be, 1,000 will definitely be, another 1,000, 2,000 will be definitely a significant level. 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 7,500, 8,000, 10,000. These will be significant numbers, right? So understand that, right? So you can apply it to any share, any market, any commodity, any forex, foreign currency, anything, right? Uh, now, and then few levels which are 25%, 50% of these levels. So let's say if it is 100, 150 will also be a significant level, right? Then 200 will be another significant level, and then of 200, 300 will be a significant level. So that is how it happens, right? So now Nifty, when it is coming towards a 20,000 level, right? It's psychological barrier, if I may call it that, right? It's a psychological barrier. Okay, and I'll show you how it behaved when it reached near 5,000. When it reached near 10,000, how did it behave? And now when it is nearing 20,000, what's happening, right? So I'm going to take you through this analysis. Sit back and relax and see this video till the end. And I'm sure it will give you very important lessons that you can also implement in any other stock, right? So let me move this to first of all a monthly chart, right? And now if you see, there is in this monthly chart, you see about a 20-year section. There's a 20-year section happening on this stock, right? And you can see it in one chart itself, right? So this is 20 years, 2003 till 2023, right? So let me just point out which you can see some numbers, and I'll draw some lines, and I'll also get into this a little, So if you see this line, this thing, you can see clearly this is very close to 2,500. If you remember what I was telling you, right? If you see some kind of this is a monthly chart, right? So you see this line. This is a monthly chart. So if you see, these are the kind of numbers that you would see. Okay. So if you see, I'll remove this line. So how the significant numbers are coming, or the many times, when you are looking at these numbers, these are close to So if you see, this is like around 1000. There was a kind of a resistance. The market breached it. So it got a support somewhere around 2500, which I was just talking about. And you see around 5000 again, it is a support, right? Let's look at around 10,000 what happened. Okay, see again. So these are psychologically very important numbers. Whenever you are reaching these important levels, right? These are psychologically very important numbers you should bear in mind, right? So the first thing that I would like to tell you now after this is that once it has come there, that becomes a support, right? Now, having said that, I will now move to, and I'll show you where we are right now, and it is around 20,000, right? So in a monthly chart, you will not be able to see what is there because here you see only a bird's eye view. It's a 20,000 feet kind of a view. Okay, so now you get into the weekly one, and when you get into the weekly one, you can see what's happening here, right? Okay, which are the levels wherein it is becoming a little difficult for the stock market to or Nifty to break above, right? So if we see for last few months or so, few weeks, right? So this is an action which I'll now jump into, right? After this steep take, which it did from 2020 March 2020 to about roughly 22nd October 2021, right? Which is like a 1.5 years kind of bull market that you saw. It is very steep. It just went on for a longish period, but after that, for last 1.5 years, is stuck there. It is stuck there somewhere, around that 18,000 level. Okay, it tried going to 19,000 and then again it came back. So this is the one that I'm going to zoom in now and see this action. If you see, okay, when you zoom in, it gives you the kind of support levels, right? When we are looking at such high ranges, right? So it is, kind of range bound. It is range bound between, 15,000 kind of number, right? 15,000 to about 18,000. It was range bound. It went up a little bit high, but it could not, sustain that level. Came back again. Means these are weekly bars, right? So it went up for only a week. Please understand. See this closed above that level, but it did not sustain that. It came back. So this 18,000 was a psychological barrier which is happening, which has been in play. Again, it went up, closed this 18,000. Again, came back, wasn't able to close above this convincingly. Okay, same thing happened here. Okay, same thing happened here. The moment it is going to touch that kind of 18,000 kind of a level, it is bouncing back again here, right? This time it convincingly went up, right? That was somewhere in the month of October, November 22, right? Which is about 8 months ago. It went up. It showed some conviction, right? But why did not sustain? Let me show you. Okay, we have to look at the volumes. What is happening to the volumes? Now this is the average volumes that are happening. Okay, even at that time, if you're seeing, the volumes were not there. They were very very low volumes. If you see these bars, right? These lines. Okay, but when you look at, let me just draw that a little bit. This thing. Okay. Now if you see here, when it is going up, the volumes are not there. That means people do not have the confidence, and that is why it went back. Okay, and then again it got caught up here for about a month or so, right? From November 22 to till February, so and so, right? It came down. It again tested that 16,000 level, 16,800 level, which was earlier made. So if you see, this is the support level, which is 16,800. So it has been range bound between 15,200 to about 18,000, and 16,800 is kind of a middle number between the two, right? If you can see, that's almost in the middle roughly. Okay, so it has been there, right? So it has been range bound. Now recently, after roughly being stuck there for about 1.5 years, right? From now, when I was talking about these ranges in October 21, right? And since then, from October 21 till we are almost approaching October 2023, right? So but here, if you see, till April, which is 1.5 years, right? It was there, it didn't cross, it was range bound. Now there is a this thing, you know it has come out of that and it is now going very strongly towards the 20,000 mark, right? Now, how much time did it take to go from 18,000, roughly 18,000 level to about 20,000? It hasn't touched 20,000. Let me remind you, it hasn't touched 20,000 yet because it has just shied away from that. As I said, this is psychological barrier. Every time it will reach there, it is going to find resistance to cross it, right? This is a weekly chart. Okay. So since 5th May, which is about 2.5 months, it has been going up, right? And you see every time on a weekly basis it has been closing above the open, so it has been making new highs. Okay, now let's see, once it touched 19,000, what has happened in last 3 or 4 trading sessions, right? Now we will get into a daily chart and see the daily action, and I'm again going to zoom in into the last 3 months, 2.5 months kind of an action. Okay, so you see, this is May, and this is, where it started going up, and that it then touched again back, right? So since this low made at 18,060 in May, which is 19th of May, it just went up, right? And I'm going to give you some important dates as well, right? Note it down ki how the dates at 60 days apart or 30 days apart come where again and again. Okay, so this is 19th May is a low, right? You see here again somewhere here it makes a intermediary low around 20th of June, right? And this is where it is making that. Okay, now 19th of May it started its journey and it has been going up. 20th of July, okay, which is roughly 2 months, almost 2 months, 60 days away from this, right? It has made a top. Okay, now what I would to see, this is where I'm now getting into the analysis. This is where Nifty is going to see a very significant resistance. Okay, one, it is a for why, so note it down. One is that it is a 20,000 itself is a very important and strong psychological barrier. That is one, right? The second is that it is completing one range at around 19,900 from a previous cycle which has been run, right? So let's look at that cycle. Okay, let's look at that cycle and how it is coming to an end. There's 150%. So this is one cycle it completed, and it has completed another cycle around 19,900 level, right? Above this level it hasn't been able to close even a single day except for the day that it went up, right? So this is one. So it is a very important sign that it has not been able to close above this level except for one day when it went up, right? Okay, this is what is happening. Okay, now let's look at next point, which is now normally the way in the form reading or in the technical analysis, I would like to see this close for at least 2 days, and great if it is 3 days above that level, to say whether it has convincingly broke out of that resistance level. Right now it hasn't. Okay, why? Look at the volumes again. The volumes on the high side had not been that significant. It has been below that line. Please see this. There's been just average volumes. When it is going towards this level, if you see, this is average volumes. But when it is falling down, the volumes are higher, right? What does it indicate? It indicates that right now people do not have a confidence in this Nifty breaking 20,000 level. I would like it to close above that level. And if you see, every day it has closed below the open as well, right? It has opened at a high level, right? On this 21st of July, it opened at 19,800, went up to the 19,887, but closed below at 19,700, right? Next day again, it opened at 19,748 and went up to 782 and then closed at 19,658, which is again a lower low. Okay, and again this day, very convincingly, it opened up. The close was 19,672, opened at 19,729, 56 points up. But again, what happened? By the time it closed, it came down, and the volumes are higher than when it was going up. So these are the few points that I would always look for. when I see Nifty as not being in a very strong position as of now. Yes, it is at a psychological barrier of 20,000. Once it crosses 20,000 and closes above it, right? Closes above it for at least 2 days with high volumes, right? That is when I will say, yes, it has broken out of that resistance. Till then, you have to exercise caution. Okay. You have to exercise caution. Uh, it is, yes, you would see people saying or hear people saying that this is, now going to go through the 20,000. It's okay, right? It is going to be. No one can predict the market with a guarantee. Let the market prove its right, right? What is right? So what you have to do is you have to just look at these this that one don't get in because of the fear of missing out. Don't worry about that. A lot of people lose money because of the fear of missing out, right? So right now, wait for Nifty to close above this 20,000 level, cross it convincingly, close for 2 days at least with high volumes, and that will be an indication that this is you know going in your way, right? So I hope you have learned something on the technical analysis. You can apply it to other stocks as well. And I wish you all the best for your trading. If you would to take this example again, this is no indication of whether you should go short or long on Nifty. It is only for the educational purposes to teach you how an analysis is done. And in my view, in my personal view, what Nifty, what is the position of Nifty as of now, right? It can change in a couple of days time if the if you see the gap up openings and it closing above those levels, it will be very different. Okay, so wish you all the best. Keep coming back to see these videos, and if you like this video, like, subscribe, and also share it with your friends who would be interested in seeing such videos.